What's up? This is Trotwin from Oz.com. This is our NBA show for Friday, February 12th, 2021. Be sure to click the link below to get the full breakdown to let you know all the action, all the angles that we're on today. Right now, hit the link. Just hit the link. So I capped the first game with the Memphis Lakers game. So the Lakers actually are uh, home favorite, 7.5 favorite against this Memphis Grizzlies team. The total is not out yet, and I'm checking here as I'm checking right now just to make sure that if we have any updates here because we're filming this show at 8:52 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So this is still on a Thursday night, but we're going to go ahead and just try to, do the best that we can. At this moment, there is no total for this game, but I don't have any issues or have any spread on the total anyway. So you're not going to really get that much for me anyway in that regard. So for the most part, the Lakers are extending their stay at the house. They won three straight overtime wins. Two of those was against OKC. One of those was without OKC's MVP and Shea Gilgeous Alexander. AD hasn't played as well. The injuries for this matchup with the Memphis Grizzlies and the Lakers, it shows that it's going to be DeAnthony Melton is going to be continue to be out. Well, I believe he may be questionable here, but it shows that he's out so far for right now at this point. But Brandon Clark is considered out as well. Anthony Davis is questionable, and Alex Caruso is probable. So probable for Alex Caruso. He hasn't played in a while. We do want him coming back, and I say we do because I'm a Laker fan. We do want Alex Caruso back in this lineup. Lakers, though, the last few games they've been playing pretty trash. Like I said, they have an extended stay here for all the guys that's coming in, going three straight overtimes, and also just being very bad at defense in the inside, to be particular. Now, Lakers paint defense, points in the paint, they're ranked third worst in the last three games. Allowing opponents to just do whatever they like. There's no effort there. And a lot of that has to do with not having Anthony Davis as a big rim protector. And once we lost Dwight Howard and once we lost JaVale McGee, we're just looking for Marcus Saul to be lateral. And that's something that he's not going to be doing here. So I don't think that we're going to anticipate any time soon that the Lakers paint defense to be any better. But I do think that we're going against a team that specializes in the paint in Memphis. So there may be some ways we'll be able to figure this out. Now, once again, they haven't been playing as well the last three games. The 29th ranked offense is the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they dropped 60 points both times in the paint against the Lakers. That's terrible. That's terrible, even saying it out loud. And I know Frank Vogel, who hangs his hat off of having a defensive mind, I know he's pretty much annoyed with that. So I definitely would say you're probably going to see some adjustments there, especially coming into a game that the team emphasized on shooting inside the paint and going inside the paint. So I think Frank is going to have a great game plan against this Memphis Grizzlies team. So I'm kind of leaning Lakers here, and I'm going to take the Lakers actually. So Lakers been playing bad in the paint, but on the other outside of their defense has still been intact. This is a still great defensive team. They're ranked number four in opponents' fast break points per game, and also ranked third in opponents' 3-point percentage within those last three games. So in that same span of them being terrible in the paint, they still been holding guys to a great 3-point percentage that you could still live by and win in this league at this moment because that's what everyone wants to do is shoot threes. And then also they're keeping the transitions scoring to a minimum and rank four in that regard. So that's a really good stat to keep an eye out on. And they're also ranked third in opposing 3-point percentage for the season. So that's just not an anomaly in these last three games. They actually do that throughout the season. Now, Memphis, they're coming off a great win, and they cost us the sweep with this Hornets game. And a lot of that has to do with uh, them not doing what I thought they were going to do. I thought they were going to come in and be a paint force, uh, try to take try to take it straight to the Charlotte Hornets' mouth. That's not what they did. They came out exclusively shooting straight lights out from three. Grayson Allen, to be exact, he was the one of the main guys that came out and shot very well in that first quarter. Now, that's something I don't believe that's going to happen in this game. Now, they won that game 130 to 114 against Charlotte. They still didn't really kind of convince me that that was something that they're going to be doing long term. For the season, they're ranked 23rd in 3-point attempts and 16th in 3-point percentage for the season. In that game, Kyle Anderson had 6 from 8 from 3 points. So he shot crazy from three, and that's a slow jumper. And Grayson Allen, he went crazy, 5 for 12. Is that crazy? Well, no, he really didn't go crazy. He just got the green light early. He shot 4 for 5 from three in the first quarter, and after that, he shot 1 for 7. So the hot start did help him to get the lead early in this game against the Hornets. It did seem like he got the green light. They let him shoot 7 more of those things, and he only hit one of them. So that does show me that that's probably something that's not going to be replicated in this game against a team again like the Lakers that are pretty good on the perimeter. Now Memphis is tied with Detroit, the second worst rebounding per game at defensive rebounding per game at 28, and dead last and opposing 3-point percentage in the last 3 games. So they're going to give up those threes, and I believe that the Lakers should be able to make some threes. They've been shooting terrible the last 3 games. The Lakers have 30% from the three, not good at all. There's some guys that you expect to be playing a lot better, and I believe that you're going to see the Lakers play a lot better. One of the trends that I want to highlight in this matchup as well is the first quarter over. It seems like it's a look for both of these guys. The Lakers at home, the over in the first quarter hit 9 of the last 12 times. And Memphis last 10 games, 7 of those times, the over in the first quarter has hit as well. So that's something I'm going to look for possibly as being an addition. But for right now, I had the Lakers spread. I made a number for this game already, and I had the Lakers at 10. And that's without AD. AD is questionable here, so if he comes in, I believe this line does get bet up to 10, and right now it's at 7.5. So I'm going to take the Lakers minus 7.5 to kind of get this Memphis Grizzlies team in check. Them having these guys out, I think that's still a big issue here. The only thing I would say in Memphis defense here is that Valanciunas can possibly get to the paint. I just don't think that they're going to allow Valanciunas to average 20 points or get 20 points off of him, which he has been averaging these last 6 games, about 20 points. So I don't think they're going to allow him to do that. And I'm going to take the Lakers to score, to beat these guys by at least 10 points and taking that 7.5. I would lean if this total was at anywhere around 225, even though these guys are a slow pace and it kind of contradicts against them going to 10. I think it's possibly an over spot here. So 225, something around that range. But I think you might see something higher than that. But in the next game, I mean, and that is to say that is just what it is. But